Hi, I'm Janet from Southwest Fertility Center. I'm here today with the Ellefsons, and they're going to tell us their journey of what the finances might have been for them during their IVF cycle. That IVF cycle had to do with a donor and a gestational carrier. So guys, welcome back to Arizona. I'm so excited to meet my, I am world's best auntie, and she'll tell you that after today. But we're here to talk a little bit about the financial aspect. So when you first called the clinic, you got me. So I'm really hoping that we did a justice for you by giving you all the information you needed, even though it might be overload. Financially speaking, how set were you for what I gave you, that news?
Extremely set. We were good to go because we were expecting it to be so much more, honestly, because we had talked to...
You can tip me now.
Oh, sorry. It was actually... We're poor now.
We spend everything on her.
Yeah. But yeah, we reached out to a local clinic and they were like, this is going to cost you so much money, and we're like, crap. But then we found your guys' pricing, and it's a different market, obviously, because we're up in South Dakota, where there's not as much competition for fertility clinics. They can kind of do what they want. Here, I feel like there's a lot of different clinics available, and I think that made your guys' pricing so competitive. And then I looked at your success rates, and in talking with you and with Dr. Vinay, I just knew you guys knew what you were talking about. And so the budget piece of it, we were like good to go, and that's why we wanted to start with you guys right away as soon as we talked to you guys.
Even with all the travel and everything else, it was still less expensive.
In like the plane tickets, we even had to get we signed like a 12-month lease on a rental because the IVF was going to happen during Super Bowl week here, and the Barrett-Jackson car show, the U.S. Open or whatever, Waste Management Open. And so Airbnbs were massively expensive, so we decided to just do a 12-month rental and cut that short as soon as we were ready to be out of here. And so that helped, I guess.
And so did coming in with your own gestational carrier.
Yes.
Yep. That probably saved you about $50,000 there.
Right.
Which is excellent. So a friend of the family, that was a perfect answer for you. Were you a little nervous when you went on social media to ask somebody to carry your baby?
A little bit. I mean, we had gone through a couple different surrogates in the past, and it just didn't work out for one reason or another. There'd be a life change, or the doctor said they couldn't do it anymore, or certain things like that. So we kind of exhausted our options within our circle, and we were reaching out to our family members to ask if anybody knows of anybody. And we thought, why not just put it on Facebook, and just see what comes of it, make it public. And, we just wanted to peel the Band-Aid off and make it happen.
That's neat, because we do have a lot of patients that ask that question. Where do I find somebody? So, which we do have a couple of agencies that we work with, and knowing their fees, I can imagine what your journey was. Frozen eggs versus fresh. Now, I know that there's a price comparison out there, and I'm sure you guys did your due diligence in finding that out. You were okay with frozen?
Yep.
With our situation, we came to the conclusion that doing a fresh transfer was going to be extremely hard to do, because we did live so far away and our surrogate lived so far away. Putting everybody in one location to do like the fresh egg to embryo to IVF session, like that was not going to happen with us, and we just figured that out. Even though the success rates were a little bit higher with the fresh versus the frozen, not really anything significant, we just decided, why not go frozen? There were plenty of eggs, so.
Yep. Yeah, and I think the other thing that we kind of considered was we wanted a second baby, and so we wanted to make sure that we had enough from the same donor.
Okay.
That was important.
Okay. And so you picked somebody with a bunch of eggs. Have you priced out different things of frozen eggs and what that would cost, and how much those frozen cohorts, what would you get in a package at an agency versus how we handled you here?
Yeah, we definitely did that, and lots through normal agencies. Normally what we were seeing is like lots of 6 or 8, and then just going over, with doctor how the numbers would come out after fertilization and freezing and thawing. We felt like we needed more especially to try to have the second baby. So yeah, it just worked out that you know, you guys in the eggs that you had that were already frozen, it was sort of a better route for us to go that way and have enough to sort of do the second round.
Okay. And so now that you don't have to start from the very beginning, it's just going to be basically creating those embryos from those eggs again and doing your transfer. So that shouldn't be too steep either, huh?
No, the second one's gonna be a little easier.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I am thrilled that we got to work with you. Thank you so much for coming out today and chatting with us. It's not, you know, an easy feat to get you all here.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And thank you for bringing her. Thank you, little love. But we really appreciate you sharing your story. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you have any questions about either a donor cycle, a gestational carrier, straight IVF, IUIs, whatever you need, I actually get to talk to every patient that has questions. So please reach out to me at Southwest Fertility Center. Thank you.